Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss about the tax system, how to improve the tax system of Pakistan. As we all know that Pakistan tax system is decreasing day by day, as it is at the peak at 13 point, but it can reduce to 10% in 2022 to 20, and it can further reduce to 8.77 in 2023-2024, and it is below the average of the other Asian countries, as the average is 19.3%, but Pakistan lags by almost 10 points. If we goes toward the other countries with the tax to GDP ratio high, then there is a USA whose tax to GDP ratio is 24%. Malaysia has 20%. And if we look at our neighbor India, it can be the second fastest growing economy of the world, and it is the 12th largest, as the India economy is increasing from 6% to the further 8%, and now it is believed that it can increase up to 12% in the near future, if in the upcoming days until 2030. If we goes toward the tax system in Pakistan, then the tax is collected by under the financial government by the FBR, as the Federal Board of Revenue has a duty to collect the taxes from all over the country. If we look toward the Pakistan tax system, then in 1947 to 1950 and later on, there is no GST under the products. Later on in 1985, there is the commission to collect the tax is founded, and after that there is the GST will become what, and GST will be updated uh, very late to the value added tax. As Pakistan tax system has facing many problems, including that there is the weak enforcement of the uh, laws. As there is the Punjab can have the ability to generate 10 billion revenue, but it can only give the tax of 1.9%. And there are a lot of people which are respondents for the tax collection, but there is no more output put by them. There are 10 million respondents are there, but out of there only 1.9 million are paying the tax. And there is also the permanent problem that the good shows by the World Bank that there is a corruption which can lead to the destroyment of the country tax to GDP ratio, as there is the financial governments, the officials which are associated with financial government delegate with the bureaucrats, but they cannot keep an eye on the bureaucrats, and due to which there is a lot of corruption which we held in our country. It's the report from the World Bank, and also that they can ask that they told that there are many things like the some take bribe to collect low tax. It is also eroding the our taxation system, and all of above there is the low enforcement of the laws to collect the taxes from all over the thing, as the value added taxes is also contribute a lot to the country, and there are the foreigners which can contribute large to our tax to GDP ratio, as uh, foreigners in our country depends upon the foreigners which can contribute lot of to our economy, as they can create the larger revenue in our country, and everyone plays a very important role in the country taxation system, as if one pays the tax on a time, then it can help the government to seek the opportunities, and there is the investment in the public system. Where this tax goes, it this tax goes to the benefit of the people, as there are the taxes paid to the government are spent by the government in the benefit of the people, as in the defense and in other main projects across the country. And if we goes toward the things that IMF, why we can take the loans or debts from IMF, if we can remove that IMF loans from our side, then our tax system, if we improve our tax system and if we clean the clean the debts of the from the IMF and other lenders, then our tax to GDP ratio also grows and our country will economy be stable. How why we can take the tax from the IMF, as it is clear that the federal or the other governments are unable to meet the conditions to meet the financial goals by the country, and there is no more tax collection, so that the government can take the loans from the international lenders, so they can give the loans on the great interest, and due to this we are facing many difficulties like inflation and others, as there is unemployment, poverty, inflation. It can also be plays a very important role in the taxation system. If there is the unemployment, then the more people cannot work, and they cannot create the uh, earnings, and due to this there is also the effect of taxation system, and almost 1.4 million people or 2.4 million children are under the age of 14%, so they cannot be able to generate any tax or generate any earnings for which they can pay the tax, as there is a large number of youth in the country. But it is important that if the officials can take their responsibility and everyone can take this responsibility to collect the tax from all over the country, then our taxation system will be improved in a whole. It is the main point that implementation, enforcement, and the accountability of the institution can lead to the good taxation system in the Pakistan. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.